Alrighty, I think we're rolling. So, what's going on, guys? End of the month, actually at the time of me making this, it's actually June 1st. I'm not quite sure when this is going to drop, but end of May. Wow. Yeah, can I just say how fast the month of May was? I don't know about you guys, but where I'm at here in the tri-state area, you know, the pandemic is still sort of in its full capacity in that everyone's still indoors, everyone's working from home, so this has been the new norm. Where I live, it's probably one of the epicenters of the United States, so we'll be the last to sort of be back to normal. But in any case, month of May was super fast, probably the same for the next coming months, just because all these days feel the same. It seems the first episode of Skip Sneakers looks to have been well received, so I'm back with another installment. Before I get into it, I just want to address one question that I got via an Instagram DM. One person had asked me if I could link in the description all the deals that I come across. And the answer to that is no, because one, that'll be a lot of work, and two, I do these sort of in month segments, so if I saw something, say, in the beginning of May, it probably will not be around beginning of June. So, important to note, and the best way to sort of keep up with these deals is just follow me on Instagram, because I'm posting them to my story pretty frequently. So, this is typically what I do after any sort of work day anyway, is just crack open beer and either look at sneakers, work on this YouTube channel, or anything that I have going on. So this is a Sierra Nevada 40th anniversary, or 40th, what is this, limited edition Hoppy Anniversary Ale. So I guess this commemorates 40 years of being in business. So we'll cheers to that. Cool. So I guess let's get started on this and see what we have going on. So this dates back to April 28th, so I guess this is the end of April, beginning of May. First one being this New Balance 990 V3 that I stumbled upon on Amazon. You'd be surprised at sort of what floats around there as far as sneakers goes. And it's interesting because I've actually purchased a few sneakers from Amazon that I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I can make a separate video on that if someone decides to comment and ask about it. But 990 V3 in this burgundy colorway, size 9.5 for $105. I forgot I took a screenshot of this. That's actually a pretty decent deal, especially since V3s are hard to come by. But had to pass. I have a pair of burgundy New Balance 576s that I don't even wear to begin with. I don't even know when I'd wear these, so passed on those. Here's a pair, New Balance 998 in the curry colorway. I actually remember posting this on my Insta story and the YouTube community page that I sort of keep up to date with. $120 on this pair is not bad. This seems to have been like sort of a Ross or a Marshall special in that a lot of resellers got their hands on them, and I've been seeing them floating around on like eBay and stuff like that. So probably if I did some digging, I could find these for cheaper, which I probably will do. And mark my words, this will probably be a sneaker I end up buying in the coming months. So this was May 1st, so we're actually at May now. This was a random restock on Foot Locker of the Jordan 6 DMPs. Passed on these because I'm not going to pay $200 for them, although I think it's a cool sneaker. I remember when the pack came out when I was in high school, or those were worth a lot of money back then, and now they're sort of just whatever since it seemed Jordan Brand made 1,000,001 pairs on these, so not a super desirable sneaker for me. All black. I recently picked up 2 OVO Jordans in that same black and gold color, so definitely didn't need these. So these next two also seem to have been sort of Marshalls or Ross or Burlington Coat Factory specials, and they are the New Balance times Concept collab on the 997.5. So these essentially take on a 997 upper with a 998 midsole. So these are actually a pretty cool sneaker. A lot of made in USA New Balances have been floating around. I follow this Instagram page called Profit Finds, and it just seems that people are coming across made in USA New Balances and starting to recognize how valuable or the great quality on them, and that there are actually people looking for these sneakers. So resellers getting into the New Balance game now, but you know what else is new? They've essentially penetrated every angle of the market that I'm interested in, which is kind of annoying. But passed on these because I'm not going to pay $175 for a sneaker that somebody probably paid $50 for max. So underneath that are a few Foot Locker. It's one of these foot sites. I cropped it too much, but I think it's probably a Foot Locker. So this pair of like a USA color on the 95s for $90. This pair of Air Max 90s in sort of an Elmer's glue makeup. I know there was an old Elmer's glue 90 in the past. This one is sort of a, I guess, rendition of it in the color blocking. Passed on both of them because I just recently picked up a 95, and I don't know if I should have picked up this 90. Should have gone back and grabbed it because the deal's done. I've looked actually because I thought about it a few times. Cool colorway. I just don't think I'd wear it more than like 3 times. Underneath that are a few Ultra Boosts. I assume are from the same. Yeah, they're from Foot Locker. So the first one, I have a video of it. It's further down, but I'll paste it in here. These were on sale for $99 with an additional 25% off, so they came out to $75, which is actually a pretty good deal on a pair of Ultra Boosts. This specific one actually glows in the dark too, so I think it was definitely worth the $75, especially since they retail for $180. But I had it open on a different computer, and when I refreshed the page, I guess I caught it at the right time, and they had upped the price to $155, which is crazy. I guess someone on Foot Locker wasn't supposed to set them at $99 plus the additional $25. So it was crazy that I even caught that on a screen recording. But yeah, I should have. Looking back on it, I'm glad I didn't cop these because I ended up with 2 pairs of Ultra Boosts this past month that I'll make a video on at some point soon. And underneath that is another one, the Miami Hurricanes colorway. It's not quite the desirable one that everyone is searching for, but this one was the GR pair that has been sitting on shelves for 2 years now. 120 is still a little too much for me to pull the trigger on those. Let's see, same Foot Locker promo. These 2 pairs are on the Nike Air Skylon 2. I actually was going to buy a pair of these 2 years ago when I first got back into sneakers because I saw them on the Nike app for super cheap. But these were a good deal, $41.24, so it was $54.99 plus an additional $25. Brought them to a little over $40. I would have pulled the trigger, but I mean the collection is getting way too big, and I know I wouldn't show these the love or attention that they deserve. I'd rather wear one of the few pairs of Air Max 1s that I have instead of these, so had to pass on these. Additionally is a pair of New Balance 993s in this sort of, I don't even know how to describe this color. It looks exactly like my North Sea 990 V2s, which is exactly why I didn't even bother to shoot this guy an offer. I also already have a pair of 993s, so I really don't need these at all. But cool color. I think these are still on Poshmark the last I checked. Here's one that I sort of regret, and I've been going back to see if they do the same promo, but they haven't since I checked. But essentially it was this reptile blue leather. There's some texture to it, contrasted with this gold and white. $97.97 with an additional 25% off. So these came out to $73.50, a little less than that. Man, that's a great price on any Made in USA 997. And the reason why I didn't pull the trigger on this pair is because it looked, I wouldn't say identical, but it looked very similar to blue and neon green pair that I just recently picked up. So I had to pass on these, and I'm kind of regretting it because retail price is $210, it's down to $74. Here's a pair that I might eventually grab at some point, but right now it's just not in the cards. Super cheap, $75 retail price on this Saucony Jazz 4000. It looks to be sort of a bring back model that Saucony has brought back to the light and is sort of promoting. I've been seeing a bunch of Instagram ads for it. But $75 for a retro runner. I'm interested to see what the quality is like and just how it feels. If I had to guess, I would think it's the Reebok Aztrek that I have, that it's super, it's the opposite of dense. It's just a super lightweight. It feels hollow is what I'd imagine this sneaker feels like, but who knows? $75 is not bad at all. So this pair is of the Nike Shox BB4s. So if you guys don't know what this is one of Vince Carter's signature models. I believe it's the white and blue pair that's in that screenshot is the one that it was the shoe he was wearing in the Olympics when he had that crazy dunk over that European dude. I have a pair of the Nike Shox VC5s because that one sort of hits closer to home because I had a pair as a kid. So this pair was not something that I had, but I remember seeing it. And I think there's a difference sometimes is that I need to level myself and make sure that the sneakers that I'm going back and grabbing actually have some sort of meaning to me. And at this price, $90, I was sort of on the fence. If it was, say, maybe closer to 70 or 60, I probably would have copped. Here's a pair of New Balance 990 V3s. Again, very first sneaker in this video is a V3. I've been on an active hunt for a pair of V3s, and this pair is awesome. I think this commemorates, the Boston Marathon in 2014, and that all like Kelly green color would be great for St. Patrick's Day or any sort of green festive day. $130 though is kind of taxing, especially considering I didn't get a screenshot of it, but this person got this at Marshall's and they left the Marshall's tag on, so you obviously know this person paid less than $130, which I guess is the point of reselling. But it was also in a 4E, which is sort of a wide setting for sneakers, at least New Balance sneakers, and I'm the opposite of a wide foot, so easy pass. Here's a screenshot from Shoe Palace of the Chicago Black Toe Mid. If you check out my channel recently, I picked up a pair of these, but I've actually been pretty lucky, and after I bought my pair, I ran into a few restocks and was able to add to cart and everything, but I don't need more than one pair, so. This is so random. It's a pair of Adidas Yeezy Power Phases that I came across on eBay. This isn't the best price I've seen, but I just so happened to screenshot this specific one for some reason. I think it's because they sent an offer of $123 to all the likers. Anyway, I've always wanted this specific pair in the gray colorway, but now it's super unjustifiable, especially since I've recently picked up a GR pair of Power Phases. I don't need two. I don't need a Yeezy Calabasas branded one either. Underneath that is another New Balance 993 from Joe's New Balance outlet. I've been hawking over Joe's New Balance outlet for like the past year and a half now, mainly looking at their Made in USA sections, but here and there I'll look at their more inline stuff. This burgundy pair of New Balance 993s is the cheapest one on the site at the time, and since then it's gone even lower on price. For Memorial Day weekend, these hit like $99, but again, all burgundy. I don't think it's the most wearable color, but you know, someone will find interest in this. Anyway, here's another Poshmark listing. I've been using Poshmark to find a bunch of random sneakers, and buyer beware, because it isn't as legit, it seems, as like, even saying eBay is kind of a stretch, but how do I even word this? On Poshmark, it's not guaranteed you're gonna get a real or fake pair, so you just gotta know what you're looking for. And in this case, it was an Air Max 90 Ultra from like 2012 or something like that in infrared makeup. I remember some kid in high school had this specific pair. It's not quite the infrared OG. So I sent this guy like a super lowball offer and he rejected, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't worth more than $60 max. Underneath that is a pair of the SB Dunk High, dubbed as the Truck It. I came across this in the last episode as well, but they are sitting on a few skate shops' websites still. This one in a 9.5. I tried adding it to the cart because I was ready to pull the trigger this time. It was sort of like I saw it once, and if I saw it again, I'd grab it. So I tried to grab it, but it was actually sold out, so that stinks. Oh, here's another Shox BB4, I guess the blue and white colorway. Maybe if they dropped the price 10 or so more dollars, I probably would have copped, but I'll keep my eye on these. Here's another SB Dunk. This one is more recent. I think it came out at the end of 2019. It's the parachute beige color with that in that camo. I've come across this sneaker multiple times. I saw it once as low as $60, or I saw someone sell it for $60, which I'm kind of punching myself in the leg for not grabbing. But yeah, this seller was selling it for $110 free shipping. That's essentially retail. New without box though. Foot site, this time Champs. It's a pair of Air Max 90s in the sort of Toronto Raptors colorway. I guess this was before Mother's Day, or right around Mother's Day, because it was $79.99 with an additional 25% off, so it brought it down to $60. I wouldn't say I'm a Raptors fan, but I did love the Kawhi-led Raptors when they won the finals last year. That was an incredible series. But yeah, $60 probably would sit in the stacks over there, where maybe twice, and that's it. So this one's screenshotted at 10:01 of May 9th, and that was the release of the Royal Toe ones. I obviously got lucky on the sneakers app, but I've been doing this thing where I try on just one website of every release. So this one I tried Hibbett just to try it out, and it was terrible. So wouldn't recommend Hibbett if you're trying to score the latest Jordans on a Saturday morning. And so here's a pair of women's Ultra Boost in this sort of mint and white color. So you guys probably have seen it on my Instagram story. I didn't cop this specific pair, but I copped a very similar looking one. So $135 is a bit much too, but it was a women's 11, which translated to a men's 9.5. I had mentioned this in the previous episode of this whole series that they restocked a few times on Nike and I struck out. This one I saw there on Concepts. Again, I was on the fence. You could see I had the size 10 already plugged in, but passed on them. I already have a pair of these, but these made sort of a shock comeback on Nike at a discounted rate for $120. It's the green Curry Air Max 1. I'm on the search for more of the Curry colorway, but if I had to choose between the actual Curry Air Max 1 and the New Balance 998 Curry, I'd probably go with the 998. Here is the ZX 8000 in the aqua colorway. So I have a pair of these in the collection, but these are $96 and they were doing like an additional 20 or 30% off, or whatever it was, up to 30% off. I don't know, but the grand total came out to $81, which is a great price on these. And I think that they're still on Adidas's site as we speak at a similar price. So if you're interested, definitely go check out Adidas. Here's a pair of the Adidas FYW 98. So these came out in 1998 and were originally the Adidas Solution. This was the OG color. I wanted a pair of these, and after doing research, following my FYW S-97 video, I told myself that this would be a pair that I grab at some point too. $68 is not bad, but I think I just had bought too much this past month that I didn't grab these, or I think that's what the thinking was. I mentioned this in the video that I had made on the 2 Ultra Boosts I recently picked up, but this was a numbered pair of 700 Ultra Boosts to commemorate the opening of Adidas's 5th Avenue store in New York City. The seller had them listed for $125, which I thought was a bargain because they were brand new with OG everything. But she had since removed the listing or listed it not for sale. I even went as far as like Instagram DMing the seller. She mentioned she owned like this boutique in Miami and she was throwing it in a mystery box, and like I had literally just missed my shot. Oh, this is kind of good. Oh, I remember this one. So this was on eBay. It was a pair of the Concept Car SB Dunk Highs. I forget when these released, but the price here, the buy it now price was like $63 and $10 shipping, which looked like a good deal, but I like looked at the pictures even more and they looked a little beat. They didn't come with the box. So I just had to pass on those. This is one that I sent a lowball to, and she like immediately hit me up. She's like, send a more reasonable offer if you're actually interested, which I wasn't. I think I sent an offer for like $60. They're asking $225. But this is a pair of Ultra Boosts. I think these honored like Woodstock or something like that. I forget the real story, but it's like a cool summer sneaker. I like it, but it's not a must-have, especially from Karen. It looks like in her avatar up there. So here's some L's. Took an L on the green camo Air Max 90. Didn't want it that badly, so I didn't even try too hard on it. I think I only entered the sneakers app and tried to get it there. I didn't enter any raffles or anything. This is a pair that I sort of regret not picking up. It is the SB Dunk High, the Paul Rodriguez pair that came out in 2020. I saw it was sitting on this skate shop called Kingswell. I forget where it's based, but it was just sitting there in a size 10. And once I had gotten myself to sort of pull the trigger on this, it was sold out. So should have done it when I saw it. But yeah, it was a lightly used pair of the Nike Dunk High Pro in this tropical teal colorway. I think this was like one of those just regular GR colorways, similar to the Game Royal pair that I have that came out in like 2014 or something. $100. Pretty decent price. I think it came with the box and the extra laces and everything, but I actually checked back on this and it was gone, so should have grabbed it then too. But this is just like a nice beater sneaker to have. I like the silhouette, but not enough to keep it in the stacks, I don't think. So I was super close to picking up this pair. $165 is the lowest price I've seen it on the resale market, brand new. But to note, it had a badly damaged box, which isn't that big of a deal to me because this is a pair that I actually plan on wearing, enjoying for the course of the next few years. And by the time, again, as I got myself to sort of pull the trigger, it was gone. So I just need a better trigger finger, even though I've pulled the trigger on so many things this past month. There was a restock on Champs on May 19th of the Royal Toe, and I tried to go back and get another pair. Terrible experience. They had a full size run and you try adding it to your cart and it just would say sold out, so wasted my time there. That's a good price for a 990 V5. Should I have grabbed this? I maybe should have grabbed this one. It's a good price. Another Kith find. This is the LeBron 7, the Christmas colorway. I've been seeing this on sale all over the place, but this is the lowest price I've actually seen it. So original price is $200 down to $106. That's about 50% off. That's a pretty good price. It's a cool idea. I love LeBron 7. I just don't know when I'd wear it. Here's a Grailed find. It's the Nike SB Dunk Low, the Dorothy colorway from the Wizard of Oz. Easy pass on this. I wasn't going to pay a resale price for this, but I think I sent him like a super low ball offer and he told me to piss off. Sneakers and stuff, they were doing a 15% off sale initially, and then it was like an extra 25% off if you buy 2 or more items. So these screenshots are as follows. This one, the Reebok Workout Plus, that came out to $35 with the shipping, which isn't bad. New Balance 575, that came out to $77 with the shipping after that discount code. I don't think it was a made in US or made in England pair. I think it was just a regular inline made in China pair. Here's a pair that I sort of regret not grabbing from that promo, is the Adidas ZX 7000 as part of the 30 Years of Torsion collection. I'd mentioned this in some video that I want to get each pair from that pack. And this was one of them. It was $60 with the shipping. Looking back, should I have grabbed it? Maybe. But at the same time, I have so many ZX runners, I don't know when I'd ever wear these, especially in this Eastery color. I don't know when I'd wear them. Took an L on the Nike Dunk Low, the Brazils. I entered a few raffles as well and didn't hit there. Didn't hit on sneakers, obviously, so I'm not going to talk about them too much. Saw this Air Max 1 in the sort of Huarache colorway. You're only saving like $13 off of retail, so maybe $80 and we'll talk. I'm here a pair of ZX 10,000s. I keep running into the ZX 10,000. I think for both pairs, it was like $171 with shipping. I don't know, didn't do it. Although I really want a pair of ZX 10,000s. I think I'll grab a pair at some point, just not those. This Air Vapor Max 360 for half price, $112. I want a pair at some point. I remember the Air Max 360 growing up. The Vapor Max kind of throws me off, the hybrid sort of thing. It's kind of gross. But if I could find them for like $100, I'll probably buy them at some point. Adidas Young One for $24. Whenever I find a sneaker for $30, I instantly think to buy it. But in this case, this wasn't the one to grab. I would just never wear the sneaker. It'd just be a waste of $20. Here's a pair of Undefeated Ultra Boosts. A lot of Ultra Boosts in this video. I didn't even know these existed. Colorway's kind of, it looks a little technical. Don't know if I'd ever wear that, so I didn't grab them. Here's a pair of the Adidas Yeezy 500 High. It's like the first time I've ever seen it on sale from a retail website. $197 from the 220 retail. Here's some Hair 7s from Extra Butter in New York. $175 on sale there. With an additional 20, I think it brought it down to 140, but just, I can't get down with that shoe. Here's a pair of Made in USA 996s. It's like a tan cream beige colorway, it seems. $150 retail, and after like a Memorial Day coupon, it came out to like $105, which is not a bad price. Here is a pair of vintage Air Force Ones in that jewel swoosh in this sort of Halloween colorway in the black and orange. $110 plus 20. I think the thing that got me on this pair was the $23.15 on shipping. I could get down with that $110 price, especially for a vintage pair, but yeah, the shipping threw me off, and the bottoms were sort of beat, so I couldn't really justify that, so passed on those. I'm looking for a pair of these. This is on the top of my list for SB Dunk cops, or going back in the past and copying SB Dunks from when I was in high school. This person had sent an offer to all the Lakers for $175, which is the best price I've seen. They were like worn a few times. They come complete with box. These things were immaculate. I should have bought them, but I didn't. Like everyone else in the world, caught an L on the Chunky Dunky Nike SB Dunk Lows. Entered every raffle you can imagine. So that's unfortunate. Passed on the 2 recent Kith New Balance releases. Passed on the 992 and passed on the 998. I think the color blocking is cool. I just couldn't do the 220 or the 195 that both were asking respectively. So this was a skate shop based in New Orleans. As a way to combat the whole issue with bots is that they're randomly dropping shoe sizes of the SB Dunk in the Spectrum sort of color at random times during the day. So I refreshed it a few times and was able to get through, but by the time I'd check out, they'd be sold out. So either someone hopped on there before me. I actually put a lot of effort into that. I shouldn't have even wasted my time. pair of the hybrid 90s and one, so it has an Air Max 1 upper with a 9D midsole. I think the color is cool in that sort of laser blue, but the actual silhouette I think is kind of ugly, so passed. Like everyone else, took an L on these Travis 270s, entered every raffle that I could, and to no avail. Here's a cool one, New Balance 990 V5 in that sort of red, white, and blue color. So this was from Final Score, which is sort of the discount Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action. It's all under the same umbrella, and this is sort of like their last sale website. They were doing an additional 40% off of everything, so they're already on sale for $100 plus an additional 40% off. Brought these down to $60, but the thing is they only had a size 10 and these things run big, so I actually really want a pair of these, but I didn't try too hard. I didn't enter any raffle or anything. I just sort of tried my luck with sneakers because I assumed that they had 1,000,001 pairs to go around, and I didn't hit, which is kind of embarrassing. I tried on Dick's Sporting Goods as well for some reason. That was like my supplemental site to sort of try to get them on. Their site is trash on release, apparently, so I'm not going to do that. Some more ZX 10,000, so these are under retail from Flight Club. I think I might grab them, but who knows. Stay tuned. Some Tecate SB Dunk Highs. These were part of like the blue box era, I think. I saw these on Mercari, which is similar to like Poshmark. I asked the guy what's the lowest he could do, and he said 150, so I'm gonna pass on that. Another SB Dunk. This one's from Grailed. It's the Butthead Low. So I have the Beavis Mid, and to complete the sort of pack, I'd have these Butthead Lows. This is like the best condition I've seen them on the internet. $120 plus $10 shipping is kind of meh. They don't come with a box. Maybe I'd pay that price if they came with the box, but. And the last is this pair of the Nike Times Undercover Air Max 720, specifically in this yellow colorway. I think the yellow is pretty sweet. It's kind of like a Los Angeles Lakers colorway with the purple. I have a pair of the Undercover Daybreaks, as you may know if you check out the channel. I made a video on them recently. I've been hearing bad things about the 720, which is kind of why I'm hesitating on pulling the trigger on these, but who knows, maybe in June I'll make the purchase. But yeah, that's everything. This is a 36-minute video without cuts, so I'm gonna have to chop this up and sort of see what I can do. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the deals that I came across and the L's that I took. Let me know if there's something in there that you would have bought if you were me. Also, let me know if there's anything that you came across this month and I didn't mention. But yeah, gonna close it there. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content on the channel. Peace, guys.